Hey y'all, so today I'm going to get into a very requested video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my nail stickers. Now, if you've been following me, you know I just recently got a Cricut, so I have been in just Cricut world making stickers, shirts, everything I can make. I've been trying to make it, and it has definitely been a learning process. But my main reason for getting the Cricut was to make nail stickers. So I'm going to share a little bit of what I have learned so far with you guys today. So there's 3 different stickers that I have been making when it comes to the Cricut. The first one is a print and cut sticker, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Now the other 2 are water slide decals, and the next one is a vinyl cut sticker. So that's like a basic cut. But with this process being so long, I've decided that I'm not going to try to do all of the different kinds of stickers in one video. I'm going to basically separate these videos and make it into a 3-part video. So this is going to be the first one that I go over, which is the print and cut. So when I say print and cut, here is an example of what I'm talking about. So basically a print and cut is where you print off an image in your printer and then you send it through the Cricut and it cuts out that shape for you. So in order to do this, the materials you're going to need is, of course, a Cricut. I have the Cricut Explorer Air 2. They have the Cricut Joy and then the Cricut Maker. The Cricut Joy is a smaller one, so that would be perfect for decals or nail stickers. But if you're like me, then you don't want to limit yourself to one thing. So the Explorer Air 2, I've been able to do a lot with that. And you're also going to need sticker paper. Now, there are 2 different kinds of sticker paper that you can get. This Avery one I got from my local Office Depot, so you can run right in the store and grab that. And then this one I got online, and it is from Online Labels, and it is their white gloss inkjet. And I actually prefer this one over this one. The Avery sticker paper is a matte finish, and for my stickers I like them to be glossy, so that is the only reason why I prefer this one. I really like the quality of this paper, and y'all, the paper matters a lot. I can't even begin to tell you. I've tried this one and I think I've tried another one, and then I settled on ordering this, and I've really been enjoying it. I think this one is a good material for nail stickers. So with the Cricut Explorer, you cut your images through their design space, and so that is something that you can download on your phone. They have an app, and then on your computer you just download it and then install it on your computer. So I'm going to head over to the laptop and I'm going to show you guys all of that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this from my laptop. I have a MacBook Air. So you got your Cricut. Next thing you want to do is you want to install Cricut Design Space. And I'm just going to pull that up for you guys right now. And here it is. So basically everything you do, you can save in here. So I have a whole bunch of stuff saved, but up here is the home button, and then this canvas is where you would go and you would upload all of your images, and then from here you would make your cuts. Now, if you've been using Photoshop, Canva, if you have any kind of photo editing software like that and you're more familiar with it, you can still use that. You can edit your photo there, and then you can just save it and then upload it to Design Space. So once you have Design Space, the next thing you want to do is you want to find an image to actually print. Now, the best images to print are the ones with multiple layers, colors, lines, patterns, all of that. So that would be something perfect to use the print and cut option for. So I'm going to exit out of here because right now we don't need to be in there, and we're going to go over to Safari. And as you can see, I was already kind of looking up some images, but let's see, let's look up what would be a good image to look up. I'll just put in Gucci and see what kind of print we come up with. Okay. So like I said, you want something like this would be a good print and cut image. Now, stuff like this, you can do a basic cut. So we're not going to be doing that today. That's just basically an outline. We want something with full color. Now this one, the snake is okay, but all of that, I don't know how the Cricut would read that and cut it out, because sometimes when it's so many layers, it's hard for, well, it's not hard for the Cricut to cut it out. It ends up more choppy. You want something smooth. So let's see what we have. So something like this would be good. So in order to use this image, I'm just going to click it, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right click it. I'm not even going to go to the website. Let's see. Right click it, and I'm going to save that image to my computer. Now this is all free, these images that I'm using. You have to be sure, if you're using it for personal use, then it's okay. But once you get into, like, if you're trying to sell them and do all of that, then you're onto something else, and you have to go through the website, see if you can purchase it and use it to license. And most of the time with images, you have to go in and make it transparent, clean it up. But if you did not want to do that, you didn't want to be bothered with it, you can go to an image like this, and this is from Etsy. So it's just Gucci clip art. All of these they have for you to buy, and they're ready to go. They're ready to use. And I have bought a few of these too, and they're only like $1, $2, super cheap. So the good thing about that is you can reuse it as many times as you want. So you purchase it one time, and then after that, it's yours. You do what you want with it from there. So we've got our image downloaded. So I'm going to come out of Safari, and I'm going to go back into my Cricut design space, and I'm going to come down here to upload. And here are just some of the images that I have already downloaded or uploaded. So I'm here at upload, then I'm going to come up here to upload image. Then I'm going to come here to browse, and it's going to pull up all of my downloaded images. So I'm just going to go through all of these images and find that one that I just downloaded. Okay, here it is, the Gucci print. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to open it. And here it says select what type of image you have. Either it's simple, moderately complex, or it's complex. I always just choose complex. So I'm going to put this in here. Now I'm going to come down here and it'll show you the preview. So right now it's just reading that square box. So we don't want that. We want this image. So I'm going to come over here, and behind here, this background, I'm going to click it. And it really didn't do nothing. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to come over here to advanced options. I'm going to come down here to the color tolerance, and I'm going to change that to 100. Now, while my cursor is selected here on this magic eraser, I'm going to come over here and click that background. It basically blurs out the background and makes it transparent. So I'm going to click preview, and there it is. There's my circle. So I'm going to click continue, and then here you can see the full image. So I'm choosing to make this a print then cut image. Now, if it was a cut image, look what it would only cut. It would only cut that outline. But we want what's inside of that outline. We want the color, we want the lines. So that's why we're making this a print and then cut. So I'm going to click that and then click upload. Then it's going to appear here where all of the uploaded images I have. So I'm going to click that image again, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to insert image, and that inserts it into my canvas. Now here is where I'm going to edit this image. Now when I say edit, the only thing I want to change about this image is the size. So we're making not regular stickers, we're making nail stickers. So y'all know they have to be small. This little arrow right here adjusts the size of the picture. You can also click this image, and while it's clicked and highlighted, you can come up here to more, and it'll show you exactly the width and the height. And if you wanted to go in and you knew like the exact measurements you wanted it to be, you can unlock this and then add in those measurements and then hit lock. But I'm not sure, so I'm going to click that image, and I'm going to use the arrows just to make my measurement. So I'm basically bringing that image down. Right here it tells you the width and the height. So 0.559 is where we're at right now. I find that from 0.3 to 0.5 is a good size for nail stickers. But it always determines on the actual image, because every image you download is not the same. Some come in way larger and some come in way smaller. And then just by the design and the size of it, every image is different. So I'm looking at this image and I'm going to go down even further because this is a pretty big image. So I'm going to take it down. Now, right now, while I'm editing this is all just basically my test. I'm going to do a test print to determine the size of the image and how it's going to be as a sticker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my image, and up here I'm going to come to edit, and then I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to hit paste, and that makes me another image. Now for this image, I'm going to come down even smaller with my measurements because I don't want to just test out one size. I'm going to do multiple sizes, and then from there I can choose which ones I want to be my big and my small image, because anytime I make a sticker, I make two different sizes. I make basically a large size and then a small size. So we've got this one. So our biggest size right now is the 0.3 and then the 0.268. I could go up here and do the edit and copy and paste, but you can also come over here and hit duplicate, and that'll just make you another image. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Okay. All right. So there are my images. So then I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to hit make it. And then this is the preview screen. It shows you how you're going to basically place your sheet of sticker paper onto your Cricut mat. So that's just a preview. We're not even worried about that right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to my printer. And not my Cricut, but my actual INKJET printer. I'm doing all of my tests on that. So before I send anything through the Cricut, I do a test print. And I keep saying that, y'all, because it's so important. I have wasted so much sticker paper, so much vinyl, just from not doing tests. And really, the main thing to do when you get a Cricut is to run it through all of your tests. You'll start by calibrating your Cricut, making sure that it reads all of the lines that it needs to and it cuts precisely. And then when you get your materials, your sticker paper, your vinyl paper, you do test cuts on those also. So you won't be doing anything, going in blind and just hoping it comes out right, because this stuff is expensive. It can get expensive. So I'm going to click send to printer. And add bleed, I'm going to turn this off right now, because really what that does is it outlines the image. And that kind of just helps with the Cricut when it goes in and cuts out that image. So I'm going to turn that off right now because I want to see the actual size of the image. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit System Dialog. Now what this does is it is going to pop up my printer settings. So I want to be able to do the settings that I want. I don't want it just to be manual. So I'm going to click that and then I'm going to click Print. And then it always pops up behind Design Space. Here are my settings. I'm going to do black and white for now because, I mean, like I said, this is just a test. And I'm going to click Print. And that is sending to my printer. And when I do these test prints, I always do it just on regular letter paper. I don't do it on no sticker paper, just regular paper. Okay, so here are the images that printed out. Now, just looking at this, I feel like the smallest is what I want my largest to be. I feel like those other ones are too big. Well, this one may not be too bad, but I don't know. I'll keep these two. So I'll keep this size and this size. This will be my big size and this will be my small size. So I'm going to come back to Design Space and I'm gonna hit Cancel. Cancel cut, and I'm gonna hit Cancel again because I want to get back to my canvas. So remember I said this image was too big, so I'm gonna click that and then I'm gonna press the X and delete that image because we don't want that. So these are the images that I'm going to keep. Now when you're making stickers, you want to utilize your whole page. So if I'm going to do a print out, I'm going to do multiple. So I like to do maybe about five of these images. So I'm going to come over here, duplicate, and I'm going to hit that 4 times, and it's going to give me 5 of this same size. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up in a row. They don't have to be perfect. You just have to kind of get it in the general shape, general row. Okay, once I have them kind of lined up, I'm going to come over here where it's blank and I'm going to click down and I'm going to drag over and cover all of those images. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit Align. Now align is very important because it basically aligns everything up so it's all even, and that's what you want, especially if you're going to be selling these stickers. You want everything to be nice and neat. Now I'm not selling stickers at all. I'm still, like I said, in the learning process. I'm trying to, you know, figure out everything. So all of this right now is just for personal use, but I still like it to be somewhat neat. So I'm going to come up here to Align. I'm going to click that and I'm going to click Align to Bottom. And then you see how that brings them all down evenly. And then I'm going to come and click Align again. And I'm going to click Distribute Horizontally. And that makes it to where all of them are even in between. All that is even. So once I have that row done, I'm going to hit Group. So all of these are together. So if I move this, it's all one row. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to my smaller size. I'm going to come over here and hit Duplicate. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line all of these up. Oh, and I kind of made more, didn't I? But that's okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click out of that one, and then I'm going to run that across. And when I'm doing that, I'm just holding down my mouse and dragging across those images. Now I'm going to come up here to Align, Align to the bottom, Distribute Horizontally, and then Group. And that's it. Those are my images made. So I have already made a sheet to what I want to print out. So I'm basically going to add these images to the sheet that I've already made. I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to drag over both of those images And I'm going to come up here to edit, and I'm going to click copy. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my projects, and I'm going to come to that sheet that I've already made. I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to click customize, and it's asking if I want to replace what I'm doing with this, and yes, I want to replace it. And it brings up the images that I already have saved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click down here just at an empty spot, and I'm going to come back up here to my edit button, and I'm going to click paste, and that's going to paste those images into this template that I've already made. These are all of the images that I want to print. I'm going to do that same thing, y'all. I'm going to come across all of these and group all of those images. So I'm going to hit group, and then I'm going to come down here to the bottom, and I'm going to hit attach. And now this makes all of these images one. So when I go and I print this, it's going to be exactly in these rows, and that's what you want. Because if I did not hit attach, then it would have printed them all basically just how they want it to manually. And I want them to be in rows, so you know, I can keep it nice and neat. I can go in and cut out just the flowers and kind of keep things separated. Now, the more you use Design Space, the more you will learn how everything works. It's so much to it, y'all. I make shirts, I've made aprons, I've made masks, I've made all kinds of stickers. Like I said, it's just so many endless possibilities with the Cricut machine. And it really is just a cutting machine. It basically just cuts, but it gives you a precise, smooth cut. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot beat that. And here I'm going to kind of just walk you around Design Space. So up here is their templates, and I'm going to click that. And as you can see, it has aprons, shorts, down here baseball t-shirts, classic t-shirts. And really what this does is it brings up a t-shirt. It basically has it in the background as a template, and then that way you can put your image over it, and it'll show you exactly what size you need to make your image. So I love using this template. And then of course projects is where you save all of your work. And then images, it also has just a ton of images you can choose. They have something called Cricut Access. I don't know if you pay a monthly subscription or if it's one time. I'm sure it's a monthly. You gain access to all of these images for you to work with. So that's not bad. I'll probably end up doing that. But I've yet to go in here. I've only just uploaded my own images. And then here is text. You can add your own text if you wanted to. And then shapes. Say I wanted to do hearts or stars. I can go in and I can add a star. And right now it just has it as a basic outline. So it's considering this as a basic cut. Well, say I wanted to put this star with my stickers. I can go in and make it purple, and then I can come up here where it says basic cut, and I can come down here to print then cut and hit standard, and that will make that image a print and cut, and it will cut that image out. So many things you can do when it comes to Design Space. Okay, so we're ready to print. I'm going to come over here to the top to make it. I'm going to click that. And it says sorting projects into mats. So see, if I wanted to add more stickers, I could, because the goal, y'all, is to fill this page up. You don't want to waste any paper, like I said. So from this page, the only thing we do is click continue. And then I'm going to send it to printer. And I'm going to leave off the bleed. And I'm going to click system dialog, and then I'm going to click print. I'm going to move this down. And the printer that I'm using is a Canon MX470. It's an older printer. I've had it forever, y'all, but it still works pretty good. Eventually I will upgrade, but for now this one works. So now this is my real cut. So I'm going to leave the color on, and then I'm going to come down here to media type, and I'm going to click photo because I want it to be that glossy photo finish. And then I'm going to change my quality from normal to best. I'm going to click print. Now that I have all of my stickers printed, let's check them out. Sizes look good. There's our Gucci print. Now what we have to do is we have to put this sticker page on our Cricut mat. Okay, so when you purchase your Cricut, it comes with a mat, and over that mat it has a plastic backing. You want to make sure that you keep this, you don't discard it. This is what protects your mat from getting dirty. These mats are sticky, and you want to keep that stickiness. You don't want to get rid of it. So keep your mats clean. So now we're going to put our sticker page onto our mat. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to line it up as best as I can. All right. So I have that lined up pretty good. Oh. Okay, so now that I have that lined up, I'm going to make sure that it's stuck all the way down. And I'm going to take my little Cricut tool, and I believe it's called a brayer. And I'm just going to rub that against my mat. So this really presses that sticker paper down onto your mat. Now that we have our sticker page onto our mat, I'm going to stick this into my Cricut. You see there on the side, that's where you want to line your mat up into. So I'm going to just pop that in there. And then I'm going to click the arrow on the side. This is what basically feeds the mat into the Cricut. Okay, so I'm going to put my dowel to custom because I want to control the settings at which it cuts on the mat. So I'm going to turn that to custom, and then I'm going to come back over here to my laptop, and here it says send to printer or already have sent to printer. So we've already done it, so I'm going to click that. Now here, since I have it on custom on my Cricut, it's going to show me all the options that I have to set the pressure at which the Cricut cuts. Now all of these, most of these are manual, so these settings are already in here. But like I said, when you get your paper, you need to do a test cut and determine if you need to turn the cut pressure up or down. Now I'm going to show y'all the settings that it typically cuts at. So I'm going to hit settings, and then I'm going to come down here, and it'll show you at what pressure the cut is. So that one, I believe I had it named as sticker. What did I have it? Okay, I think I had it at sticker paper. Oh, here we go. So this is the option that I made. So you can go in and you can edit and you can make your own option. So this one I went in and it's printable sticker paper, white, and the cut pressure is at 218. So I'm going to exit out of there, and I'm going to come and I'm going to choose that. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. I lied. white gloss inkjet. So this is the pressure that I have it set at, 195. So I'm gonna click that. Once I have the custom pressure set, it's going to tell me on my Cricut that it's ready. So all I have to do is press this button and it'll start my cutting process. So it's feeding that mat into the Cricut, and now the Cricut is just reading those black lines. It's telling the Cricut that you cut inside of those lines. So everything you print out will have that black box around it. And while the machine is doing that, you can look at your laptop and it'll show you the process. So the scanning is complete and now it's starting to cut. And it just all depends on what images you're cutting, on how long it takes. A lot of images with a lot of cuts, of course, they take longer, but for pretty much these smooth cuts, it's not going to take very long. Look how fast it's cutting just that round one. So once it's done, it'll stop. Your cut is complete. Please unload your mat, and you just unload by clicking those arrows and it unloads your mat, and then you just bring it out. Okay, so there are the stickers complete. Let me try to get a close-up of them for you guys. The cuts look real good on those bees. You can see there where the little antennas were. When they're that thin, it's kind of hard for the Cricut to get it because it's just so thin, but that's okay. But everything else looks pretty good. Looks like it cut through. There's our Gucci signs. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how I basically cut this out. I have this cutting ruler and I got it from Amazon. I'll be sure to link everything in the description. Don't worry guys, I'm going to hook y'all up and let y'all know exactly what I'm using. But this I got from Amazon, and basically you want to cut this border out. And what I'm going to do is separate all of these. So I'll separate the flowers, separate the baseball stuff, and then leave the flowers with the bees. So I'm going to cut that out. All right guys, here's the finished product. Once you get the hang of the Cricut, the possibilities are endless. I have been making so many different kinds of stickers, decal shirts. I'm telling you, all kinds of stuff. I'm looking up stuff that I can make. I'm running out of ideas and I'm like, what can I make next? The Cricut is well worth the money, y'all. If you're a crafter, if you like making your own things, then if you get you a Cricut, you would not be disappointed. But like I said, there's different kinds of stickers you can make, so don't worry. I'm going to make videos for those different types of stickers. The next one I'll probably make is the basic cut, where I'm only using the Cricut, not my printer, and we're going to be using vinyl instead of sticker paper. So that one's coming next, so stay tuned. And these cut really well. let's see here. I kind of just lift one up so you guys can see. Look at that, comes right up. And there's your sticker. And I just lifted that up and put it on the spatula so you can see. I don't want to put it on my busted nails, y'all. They are looking a mess. That's what video I need to be doing, a tutorial on my own nails, because they're so terrible right now. But I wanted to make sure that I brought this video out to you guys because I know that you wanted to see how it was done. So if you have any questions, y'all know, feel free to ask me, leave me a comment. You can even reach out to me on Instagram if you need more of a detailed answer. I always message back. I'm happy to share these things with you guys. And if you have a Cricut and you have any suggestions for me, any paper I could be using, any tricks that you have, any tips, please leave them in the comments and let us all know. But that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another one. Bye.